Hey guys, welcome back to the Mind of a Minority. My name is Charles. Thank you for joining me. Kind of lied to you, and I'm sorry. I told you that I would see you soon at the end of the last video, but it's been about a week now. I apologize for the break, if you were even looking for me. There were just some things that I needed to put in order around the house. Life kind of caught up with me, and I was also working in the garden. And as time started to get away, you put something off, you end up feeling bad about it. And so I'm going to try to double down and put a little bit more out. This is going to be a really quick video about something that it's probably on a lot of people's minds right now. I know a lot of people are sick of even hearing about coronavirus, but this is actually, this has more to do with vaccines and law. And so I wonder how many of you already know this, that there is legal precedence for local municipalities to force vaccinate their public. It is Jacobson versus Massachusetts. Take a look at it if you want to. This is the legal framework that Bill Gates has stood on, and gentleman I'm about to tell you about, Alan Dershowitz, stands on when declaring that if local municipalities determine there needs to be a mandatory vaccination, that not even the president can cease or initiate this type of community-wide forced treatment. And it's a really scary thing to think about. But the gentleman that I'm going to talk to you about today, Mr. Alan Dershowitz, he is a secular Jew, which means that he is, ethnically Jewish, but he's not practicing the religious aspects of Judaism. He is a self-proclaimed agnostic, so he doesn't necessarily know what he believes in, but he believes in a higher power. Hopefully, he gets that figured out before he dies. But he's from New York, and he's a lawyer. He graduated from Yale. He taught constitutional law at Harvard. He was the youngest Harvard professor of law, and I'm pretty sure he's the youngest one they've ever had since, at the age of 28 years old. So he has a pretty long list of accomplishments, and he's represented some of the most high-profile candidates or been consultants on some of the most high-profile cases. For instance, he was the appellate advisor for the defense of Orenthal James Simpson. He was a member of the legal defense team for Jeffrey Epstein. He was a consultant in the Julian Assange case during the whole WikiLeaks issue. He was a consultant for the Harvey Weinstein sexual misconduct allegations, which he played a pretty significant role. And then the one that I feel like I should have known him for, but I had no idea, he actually was part of Trump's legal defense during the impeachment process, which is very interesting because during that whole trial and even before the trial, he supported Hillary during the campaigning efforts. So the fact that he even agreed to lawyer for our president during the impeachment says a lot about his character, at least. But to a degree, I'm not sure that I fully trust Mr. Dershowitz, Dr. Dershowitz, but I can say that I like some of the things that he said. So, for instance, even though he supported Hillary Clinton during the election, he did state that, when it comes to matters of the Constitution, he is nonpartisan, which means doesn't matter if Democrat, Republican, the Constitution grants equal protections to everyone under the color of law, and he's going to defend that document before he defends whatever political affiliation that he might have. He identifies, I believe, as a libertarian, if I'm not mistaken, which is just a pretty good thing. He could, certainly a lot of worse things you could be in the world. And then he also went on to say that, he did not want to get paid for defending Trump during the impeachment because he felt that it was unconstitutional. He said, I'm there to try to defend the integrity of the Constitution. That benefits President Trump in this case. So he wanted to make it clear that he wasn't supporting the president, he was supporting the Constitution. And then any compensation that he received, he wanted donated to charity. So there's a journalist named Jason Goodman, and he has a program called Crowdsource the News or Crowdsource the Truth. Crowdsource the Truth. And he interviewed Dershowitz. And Dershowitz had some pretty interesting things to say about forced vaccination. I'm going to go ahead and play that clip for you now.
Let me put it very clearly. You have no constitutional right to endanger the public and spread a disease, even if you disagree. You have no right not to be vaccinated. You have no right not to wear a mask. You have no right to open up your business.
Wait, can I stop you? No right not to be vaccinated? Meaning if they decide you have to be vaccinated, we have to be vaccinated?
Absolutely. And if you refuse to be vaccinated, the state has the power to literally take you to a doctor's office and plunge a needle into your arm. If the vaccination
Where is that in the Constitution?
If the vaccination is designed to prevent the spreading disease. If the vaccination is only to prevent a disease that you will get, for example, if there's a disease that will kill you, you have the right to refuse that, but you have no right to refuse to be vaccinated against a contagious disease. Public health, the police power of the Constitution, gives the state the power to compel that, and there are cases in the United States Supreme Court.
I would like for you to please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. And then in future videos, I think it probably work best if I give you some topics, because I noticed in the past week there's just far too many things that I want to talk about without knowing what folks want to hear about. So I'd ask that two things in the comments for me. Let me know what your thoughts are on what you're about to hear from this lawyer, this New York lawyer, Mr. Dershowitz. And then also let me know what it is that you would like to hear about, what maybe you haven't done too much research on and you would like to just get some information that you can go and research, or if there is something that you have come across and you're not sure if it's true or not, you want somebody else to fact check it for you, I'd be happy to do those things. I'd be happy to do the research and go over what I find about a particular instance, such as, are we being prepped to go to war with China? Are we being prepped for a cashless society? What is a cashless society? What are the ramifications of a cashless society? Like I said, I really just want to inspire people to think more freely. I made a video about racism and I didn't promote it because there was a quandary there. I didn't want to seem hypocritical because I don't believe that there is a race issue. So maybe that'll be my next video. It's going to be like a 2 or 3 minute video as to how we actually end racism. And it's really easy. It's really easy. It's probably one of the easiest things to do. And while you guys are waiting for that, while I'm putting that one out, maybe you could go into the comments on this video and let me know what you'd really like to talk about, because I just want to talk to all of you. So, as always, love you guys. Wish you the very best, and I'll see you soon.